came to the Children's Law Center because the whole actual reason that I went to law school is to really give back to underserved communities. And coming here and serving kids in the abuse and neglect system was sort of the perfect way to do that. So it was a great honor when I was, elected to be part of I think I started in 2005, so the 2005 class, and come and represent children like Sasha, who's not a child at all.
Not anymore.
She's not. Well, how did you help Sasha?
Sasha and I have a very interesting story. Sasha and I met when she was a senior in high school,
right.
And at that time we met, I think it was late fall, and she was just getting ready to send in her college applications. And this was probably the second time we met because she had another attorney before me, so her case was a transfer case of mine. And we were at a coffee shop, and she said, "Sarah, I'm going to send in my college applications." And she showed me her essay, which was really great and compelling. And I said, "Sasha, where are you applying?" And she sort of gave me the list of her schools. And I said, "I think you should apply to different schools, or some, like more reach schools." And just we wanted to work on her list a little bit. I wanted to help her apply to a different range of schools, I guess. So she agreed not to turn in her applications the following day.
Right.
And to allow me to work with her on the application process. So how many hours did we spend together at Mocha Hut?
Hours. Days, actually. I did a little bit of the work on my own, and Sarah and I were just emailing each other back and forth. She actually had a friend of the family who was a high school counselor and who looked over college applications. Well, she looked over mine, which was a great help as well, because it gave me, like a multifaceted perspective on, how to present myself to different schools. And yeah, it was fun. It was tiresome, but I got into a great school, and it was all worth it, actually.
And where do you go to school now?
I attend Smith College. Well, the Children's Law Center basically has just been a great help to me. I mean, it's been a resource. It's been something that's always reliable, something that I always felt like I could fall back on and, get the help that I needed, and I have. Well, if the Children's Law Center hadn't been there for me, it probably would have been a whole lot more difficult for me to get the things that I wanted to get. I probably wouldn't have gotten them at all, to be perfectly honest, because Sarah was such a great advocate. And yeah, it would have been difficult, very difficult. I don't think that I probably would have wound up in the same place that I'm in right now if it weren't for the Children's Law Center.
And Sasha is going to be a senior at Smith College, and she's been there on a full ride since the beginning. She will be taking the MCAT next summer, I believe.
This spring.
And hopes to go on to medical school, and definitely will. She has a pretty close relationship with my family, actually. My brother's a doctor now. Yeah. So she is continuing sort of mentorship with him, and we keep in touch. Sasha's case closed last April. But we definitely keep in touch regularly. Yeah. And Sasha came into the abuse and neglect system because there was a physical altercation that occurred between her and her mother. She came into the system when she was a teenager. And yes, we do have a lot of teenage clients who come in due to different situations that end up happening between them and their parent. So she's typical in that physical altercation. She's atypical in that her own personal drive and her ability to really believe that she had an actual impact on the next steps of her life. That's something that some of my clients, I work really hard to show them that they actually do have a say in what happens to them next, or if they, in fact, study hard and get good grades and graduate from high school, then they can go to college. We work hard to instill that in clients. With Sasha, she already had that. So she's atypical in that way, if that makes sense.
But yeah, I do intend to open my own practice somewhere down in the line, and personally help out in underrepresented communities, and have a particular interest in children that are victims of abuse and neglect, and possibly, do something to change their lives, to give back in a way,